So I want to get this out of the way. This is not a support guide. One more time, this is not a support guide at all. And lastly, this is not a support guide. We're going to be doing is turning Jayber into JAYBEAR. Now these are the modules I have set up on him to do this. I'll go over them in a little bit more detail a little later in the video. First thing I want to get out of the way to make sure everybody understands is that I have reset this man 6 times. 6. In addition to that, these are the sockets that I use. Pause if you want to go over them. You can do them how you want, but this is just what I found works for me. Again, this build is a suggestion, not a you have to do this. What you do have to do in order to do this build is have attack and compulsion on. It's worded awkwardly, but all it does is turn your medical turret into an attack turret. That's literally all that does. So let's take them off and take a look at it without anything on. I want you to notice the damage here that I'm getting is 11,795. It's pretty consistent. Now you do get a bonus on your passive having both turrets out. This is without the attack compulsion on, and this is the medical turret. This is how that looks. Now what I want to do now is show you the range difference. This is before we go back and put all of my modules on. This is kind of what you're looking at. Its standard range is pretty good. Obviously it should be somewhat decent based on, you know, the fact that it's a turret that's out there to support you. We're going to support with assault though. Not really supporting at all. Technically, we kind of are. But if I'm lining this up with the lines on the ground because I want you guys to see the distance that it's actually shooting from. Now right here, we're not getting any shots out. That's before the black cross guard on the ground, or cross line if you will. Now I'm going to show you this pumped up version of the turrets. You get your passive by having both turrets out. And again, this is the medical turret just to kind of show you how that looks with the passive up. The buff does something different to both turrets. Won't really get into that in this video, but let's switch back and go over what we got here. So Dimension Specialist just increases Dimension Power modifier by 76.1%. Gives you more attack power on your turrets because they are Dimension skills. That's all that does really. The next thing we got is Skill Insight. Increase your critical hit rate, which is important. It's at 115.4% for me. Agony, MP, and Defense give you some survivability. Skill Expansion is skill effective range, just shows how far it goes. Critical hit rate and critical hit damage on emergency measures, love it. Next thing we got a skill extension that increases skill duration, which I'll talk a little bit more about here in a second. Then we got RK acceleration, skill speed, and range increase modifier. We're really here for the range. Max HP boost, because you know, a little bit of health helps, and Tonfas because I think they're cool. I don't know what else to tell you on that one, I just like them. Now we're going to drop this down. As you can see, obviously it's going to still hit the same from where it's at, but check this out. I'm getting 20,772 per shot. That is almost double what I was getting beforehand with a crit of 31,000 and some change. Now we're sitting on top of the cross on the ground, and I'm still able to have my turret snipe from there. This is an insane range boost. It might not seem like a lot, but when you lay these out and you have waves coming towards you, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because all they're doing is running into Bullet Storm, and then you have your primary weapons as well. We're not really going to go into what primary weapons to use with him because I haven't found the ones that I like the most just yet. And we're going to drop him behind the cross guard on the ground. As you can see, even from behind that, it's still sniping with full damage. There's no damage drop off for the range that it's at. All the drop off is if it's going to hit or not. That's it. Now we drop both of them. You're getting both turrets now doing the attack damage of 20,000 and some change. Now your second turret with attack compulsion on, making your medical turret the attack turret as well, does indeed, in fact, have the same duration as the medical turret. You notice now I'm getting just about the same amount of damage on my primary weapon right here as I was with my turret. Primary weapons got a little bit like 6k over what I was getting on my turrets, which is insane. Now with the ultimate, or your last skill used, we're hitting 46,000 damage on each one of those shots. Now, and they are AoE as well, so that's important too. 46,000 with AoE is crazy. Setting up your turrets at a wide range away from each other also helps with crowd control, and it does help support your team, so it's kind of important to do if you're wanting to run this type of build where you're just shooting. If your team lets you set up, it's a beautiful thing. Now this is simply how I have been playing Jayber to make him an assault, make him a sustainable DPS. He's not burst at all. Do not get that idea. However, I would also like to point out that this particular build is risky, but if it helps and you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to go over or any other characters. For now, have a great day, morning, noon, or night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and be blessed, my good people. Be blessed.